Okay, so yesterday we have started with some of the React.js concepts. So that is a simple project in the source component. So event binding we have studied. So just we'll go for the component CMD and COD dot enter. Okay, so now we got to yesterday we have got to know okay, so this is another example. Leave it. The event binding we have studied. So control forward slash to uncomment. So okay, so now the event binding in the sense what? So just we'll close this one. Control C. Let close the terminal. I will open a new terminal. So event binding in the sense what is an event? Event is just something is happened. So that is called event. So just we had an example yesterday. So npm start. So it is taking a few minutes to open it. So event, so let's close this one, delete. And let's remove this one too. Yeah, it is starting a script. So where is the component? The component is in the components. So event binding. Okay, so what is happening here? So we are going to be take the the event binding. What is the event binding in the sense? So this is an input we know. So this is the value. The input value is a one thing. So that is we are going to be assigned the input value as a type of string. Why? Because so I have mentioned here. Okay. So this is the it's act like a variable. So this is the use state hook. So or as I told, so for hook related, what is the hooks? Where it is used, everything we are going to be discussing the deeper. There are different types of hooks are there. So we are going to be discussing the hooks are in the coming week. So now the input value is the one thing. So normal input, uh, what is this? HTML input you are using, the value equals to input value. So what is an empty string is there? Then empty string is there. So on change is an event and the handle input change is the method. So when you type is anything, so on change event will be called the event equal to set input value. What is the set input value? So this is the method. We are going to be set the value to the input value. Okay. So event dot target dot value. What is the event dot target value? Whatever we are going to be type inside the text. So whatever inside the text box we are typing. So if I click A, so that A event is be called. Okay, so what is the A event? That is the on change event. So on change event internally it is calling a method. Okay, so method internally it is calling a set input value. So it is going to be set the input value. What is the value? Event dot targeted value. Where it is coming from? So whatever I typed inside the input box, no, so from there it is coming. So then where we are going to be setting? So we are going to be set input value. Where we are setting? So this is the variable we are setting. So this is the variable or then it is a set or we might do a get operation also. So we will see in the later section. So what is the event binding in the sense? See from here there is a two value. So something A B H I. So the abi is the one thing. Okay, so something, Abhishek. So this is the event binding. So on change, when I, okay, that is the input. We know that's an input. The value is here, whatever the value is coming. So initially it is an empty. Why it is an empty? The empty string, it contains a empty value. Okay, then function handle input event set input value event dot target dot value function handle click alert button is clicked. So if I click here, so button is clicked. Okay, and if I added some value, so this is called an event binding. So here what happens? So button click handle click is event is calling, and the we are passing a value and we are setting a value with the set input value. Okay, so if you just, okay, if you have any code how to start and how to understand. Okay, so first what you have to do, always you have to start from the due. First, you have to understand what is the input. So input is a tag in the HTML also we used. So that is input type might be anything, text box or radio button or anything. Okay, input value is a, so value means whatever the value we are going to be. What is the input value? So just see Control C, Control F. It is going to be see the input value. Oh, input value. Then initially we are assigning a empty variable. So that's why it is showing an empty variable. If I want to set some default value, what we are going to? Hello. Save it. Now the hello is assigned to the input value. From the input value, it is hello is available. Then the text box is filled with the hello. See here. Text box is filled with the hello. Okay, so this is how you have to analyze. Then okay, input value. So then on change is there. On change, Control C, Control F. Okay, only one side is there. When on change, what is on change? On change is event. What is this one? Handle input, Control C, Control F. Where is the two places are there? Function handle input change, then we are calling an event. So what is an event? Event is an inbuilt browser object. It is going to be give the value whatever you typed inside the input box. The event dot target dot value, it contains the value. Like if I press a, so that value is contained here. So that is a event dot target dot value is a now. So it is going to be set. Where it is going to be set? Set input value. Where it is setting to input value. So like that, it is keep on going on. Okay. So just go through 3 to 4 times, so then you will get. Okay. The next is the method as a props. Okay. So we already learned about a props. What is a props? I have a data. So that data I am going to be sent to the one more component or a one more what you can say for the one more component. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, how we are doing? So this is the student list. So that list we are going to be passing as an props. Okay, props. So props means what? We are passing the data from one component to the another component, same thing. Where we are passing the props here in the app.js, so we have deleted that one. Okay, so if you take anything, the first example is function. Okay. So in the app.js, we are passing the props. Okay. So that props, it is coming here. Okay. The app.js we removed. So we are passing a props value in the, sorry, uh, props value with the child component. From that child component, it is going to be display the props here. So it is taking a props. Same thing, we have sending a data, but we can send a props as a methods. Okay. So for that, I want to create a one folder here. So method as prop. This is the folder. Inside the folder, math prop.jsx. React function component export. Okay. So if you want to, how to do import React from React. Okay, so we have imported a React. So then what we are going to do? So I want to call a one function. What is the function? Okay, so method as a prop. So what I will do? I will change. Okay, so now what we have to do? I want to create a one functional component. So for that, first what I will do, method as a props, this is a file name. The component name should be something we can call as an, any component. Okay, so first what we will do, I will create a one function child component. Okay, so this is a child component and we are taking a props here. Okay, so here it is a props. Okay, where it is coming and everything we will discuss. Return, so we have taken a return, so then closing starting a function. So now we are taking a one button here, a button, open close brace. So what is this one? Click me. So click me is a one button, so that's the on click. On click equals to, what is the method we have to call? I will call a on click equals to props dot on click. Okay, so this is the on click is an one event. Okay, so for that on click event, we are calling taking a props as an event or a sorry method. Okay, so now I want to create a, this is the child component. Then I want to create a function parent uh, component. Okay, parent component, open close brace. So here I want to take a one use state book. Okay, so what is that use state? So here what I will do, control delete react and use state. If it is not coming, so save it. Import user state from React. So I have imported a use state from the React. So I want to create a one object here. Okay, object or a method. So constant open close brace use state. I will take a empty variable. Okay, so what is this one? Here it is a message, comma set message. Okay, so this is message is now it is an empty variable we have assigned of type of a string. So now function handle click open close brace. We are calling the one more function here. So here what is happening here? Handle click set message we are calling. Where is the set message? The set message is from the here. What is that one? The button clicked in a button clicked in a parent component. Okay, so this is the one thing we have done. So button clicked in a parent component. So this is the one child component and this is the parent component. So now what we are doing, so this is for a child component parent component. We will call the our base component, so that is a return, and inside a return we are calling one div here. So how to call a div? So div is a start and then tag, and sorry, what is a child component? So this is for this child component. Okay, so this is the child component. So this child component we are calling the on click equals to open close brace, and on click event is what? So here it is the handle click is an event. Okay, so little bit tricky is there, so no worries. Okay, return is there, and export, one more thing, export default. Okay, so what we'll do for a while, just we will comment this one. Okay, I will comment this one, save it, return, and what is this one? Export default default. What is the component? So the component I want to use it is the parent component. Okay, so parent component means, okay, so here what we are doing, so just I need to make a one slide changes here. What is the slide changes? So just I want to uncomment this one. Okay, it is throwing an error, so that's why I have commented. So here I have to remove this one. Okay, I have to remove this, close bracket and close here. Okay, save it, and okay. So now what is happening? So I need to call a child component here. So child component, here it is a child component. For child component, what we are passing? We are passing the on click event. On click goes to open close brace. What we are calling? That is the this method we are calling. Control B. Okay, what is happening here? So inside a parent component, okay. So we are calling a child component. Where is the child component here? So what we are passing the on click event we are passing with the on click event we are passing a handle click. So here the button on click props dot click on click click me. So this child prop is passing the here and calling a parent class method. Okay, we will go for a program. I will remove here. So what is this one? Math prof. Okay. So what we will do? I will do one thing. I will try to import a component. So import a method as a prof from dot forward slash. So component forward slash, and what is the folder name? Method as a prop. Method as a prof, and what is this one? Method prof. Okay, save it. Click here. Okay, it's loading properly. Then we'll go here. So then met as prop we are going to add here. Control X, Control V, forward slash, save it. Okay, it's just throwing an error. So use state is called a function parent component, neither React function nor a React function. React components must start with the uppercase letter. React hook name starts with the word use. Okay, we'll go for the code. Just I will comment this one. Okay, so here, what is this? Use state is there. So use state is there. Set message is there. Okay, will okay. So this is correct, and this is okay. After coding the source, everything is correct. So method as an a prop we are calling. Okay, method as an a prop. So everything is looks correct. Method as a props correct. Okay, okay. So everything looks correct only. Then we'll have a look one more time. So this is the child component. So we just started here. From here, we are going to be call the a parent component. From the parent component, we are passing a value. Child component props. So props is there. Button on click. So props dot click. So here it is a return. There is a parent class is there. So for the parent component, we are calling method as an a prop. Okay, we'll have a look on our code once, cross check once again. We'll log into the Google GitHub login from the GitHub login. Go to the groups, training, and the source and the components. Method as a props. Okay, method as an props. I think we have written properly, right? Yes, parent component is here. The component message set message is there. Okay, the parent component inside the parent component. So constant message use state. So you initialize the handle button is calling. Yeah, message is there. Handle button click. Yeah. So handle click is there. Okay, so just will copy. Okay, so we'll copy this one. Control A, Control V, save it. Okay, use state is not defined. So use state is the method of line number 13, 15. So use state is we have called. Oh yeah, sorry. Import use state from. Okay, so now we are going for our code once. We will go through the code nowadays. Okay, so now what is the mistake it is there? So we have imported a method as a props, method as a props. Okay, and we are calling a month as an props. Okay, so here it is looks correct only. Control Shift I will go for the console. What is this one? Webpack function month as prop 16. Okay, so message, everything is looks correct only. So in the console, what is the error it is showing? So the component, the parent component. So method as an prop. So model is a function or it return the value is not iterable. Okay, 16.1 constant message. Okay, so there is a slight difference we need to change here. So this use state what we are it is available for only this function. So that's why I will make in the outside component here. So use state the React we use cannot be called at the top level. Okay, I can call here. So still has an issue. Control V correct. So everything looks correct. What is it? So this is the child component. So for this child component, we are passing this is a parent component. For parent component, we are calling a header click button. So this is a okay. So first we will understand. We will fix this program. There is a slight syntactical error is there. The first what we are doing here, this is the child component is there. Okay. So for the child component, we are causing the on click event. Okay. For child component, we are calling the on click event, sorry, calling event and a handle click method we are calling. But in the child component, we don't have any methods to call here. But here, what happens here? We are calling the one more button. So this on click event passing as an a props. What is the props? This method we are passing as an a props. Props on click. So props on click is what? This is the handle click button. Okay. For where this method is called here, this method called in the child class. Sorry, parent class. But where it is calling the we are calling the first in the return we are calling a child component. We are calling the on click event. So for this child component, here it is coming the props as a method. What is the method? Handle click here, handle handle child button or like a handle click button. Okay, so here what is the program here? What we are doing? So we are passing the props as in a function. What is a function or a method? Method or function same. So here this is the child component. So we have defined here, and we are calling the on click event. Okay, so on click event it is going to be once we click here, automatically it is going to be passing to the child component. The child component it is taking as a props. What is the props it is taking? It is taking the on click handle click. It is taking as a props. So props. Okay, so then here internally it is calling the one more time button props dot on click. So that is the click me button. So actual click me button where it is calling. So we are calling the from here. So the output will be something click me as a child it has to become. So it is okay. So now button. Okay, so method. Okay, button is there. Yeah, I found a mistake. One mistake is there. We need to fix. So here what I have done. So I am passing the props as in a parent component. So that component I need to pass here. Method as in a props. Control Z. Yeah, I will change it here only. What is this one? Math as a prop. I want to change here. Control D, Control V. Save it. Now it has to be show the output. Still not showing. Why? Okay, fine. No issues. So we'll fix this one. So what we are doing, we are calling a parent component. Just a minute. We'll try one more method. That is okay. Let it be. First, you understand the concept. So I will fix this one. So we have a child component. So that is a clear. Here it is a parent component. Okay. So there are two functional components are there. So here I am calling a child component and a process taking the props as an on-click event. So this on-click event where it is giving, so it is giving as an props to where here. So I am calling this child component. So this is a child component I am calling here. I am calling the on click and handle click. So here on click it is taking the props as a method. So props dot on click. What is the props dot on click? The handle click method. So now it is going to be show the set button button click in the child component. Okay, so this is how uh, it is working. Okay, so now we got to know we are going to be pass a props as in a data or object, but we can pass a props as in a method also. That is a simple thing. We are calling a on click button here, but here we are calling the display method. So how the display method? So set message we are setting here and we are displaying here. Okay, so this program I will look it because if any error means it has to be shown here, but it is not showing an error. Even I need to check what is the problem or webpack problem or something. So I will see this one. Okay, uh, you might feel like that. Okay, how the components calling within the component it is difficult to understand. If you go for a one or two or thrice time, so you will get to know. So simple. This is my parent component. Inside a parent component, I am calling a child component. But I defined a function handle click here, but function calling is happening in the child component. Okay, just I want to draw some pictorial representation. You will get to know. Okay, so there are two things I am doing. One is I created a button, and one is I what is function I have defined. Okay, so let's assume here it is I defined a button. So this here is the button. So where is the button? This is inside a child component. Okay, so button I have created a child component. Inside a child component I have created a button. So that is a click me. So this is the button, click me is there. Okay, so here what happens once we clicked here, so I am clicking on this child button, but where it is important inside the parent component. So this child component I called this one copy, and I have added here. So this is my child component. So sorry, this is the parent component and this is the child component. So in the parent component, I am calling a child component. Here it is child component. What is that event? The handle click button. The actual action event is happening here. That event is a passed as a method here. So that method it is showing a set message button click. Where it is setting? It is setting to the message. Where is the message displaying here? This is here. It is the message is displaying here. Okay, so got it. So this is the one parent component I have. Inside a parent component, I am calling the child component. So where is the child component? Child component I have defined here. So we are taking the props as a method. Why method? So we are taking the method here. If I want to take a variable, you can take a variable. If you want to take an object, you can take an object. If you want to take a array, you can take it. But if you want to take a method also, that's fine. The on click, handle click is a method. So how taking as an props in the sense, see the handle click function I defined in the parent class, but I am calling the child component. So that's why I am passing as an a props as an a method. So inside a method set message is a method. We are going to be set the value to the message. So that message it is going to be print here. Okay. So this is how it will works. Setting a method as a props. So method as a props in the sense we are going to be passing the methods as a props. We have discussed about what we can say different types of object we are going to be passed. List we sorry array we can pass and a method also we can pass. The next example, so this execution I will look into that one, so I will explain. Okay, the next we are going with a list. So where we need a list, the list we are using anywhere. If you go for any application, there is a list is there. So for that I want to create a one folder, so that is called a list. Inside a list I want to create a uh, the list name. So list name should be anything, list render dot jsx. Okay, so then import react from react. So I want to call the one function. What is the function? Function list render open close brace. This is the function I have created. Inside a function, we need to call the return button. Return. Okay, inside a return, we are calling the one div because I want to display the data inside a div. So now, what we are doing, I want to display the data. So how to display the data? So first I want to define a data, right? So what is the data I want to define? Uh, first what I will do, I will create a one use state hook. The constant open close brace. So use state from the empty variable. So that is a data set data. Okay. So I need to import a use state hook. So before I will take this one. The list data, something like that. So then what is this one? Sorry, list render, right? List render / save it, control C, import, control V from component / list / list render. So a list render.js, whether it is imported properly or not, so just control hold. So it is not showing. Why? Because list render LIST RENDR, everything is correct. So inside of components, save it. So now it is a problem, but it is throwing an error. So that is what is an error. So use state, then we need to export. So for that, before I want to do export default list render. Okay, so then use state hook you need to call. So import use state from where React. Okay, so I have created a use state hook. Okay, so use state hook, we are going to be discuss more on that one. No need to worry. Okay, so here what we are doing. So use state is there. So we have created a data and set data is an empty data. So now we are calling the one more hook that is called the use effect. Okay, use state why we are using. So we are sending the data. So whether it is might be in a string or it might be an object or it might be an array. So we know this one. So initially I am sending in a string variable. What is a string variable? Your name should be something a Virat or something like that. So now what I have done? So use effect we are calling a one more method. Okay, so use effect means what? To see, no worries about that one. Okay, what is the use state and what is use effect? With the deeply, we are going to be discussing the React hooks. Okay, use effect means what? It is continuously calling a function. That's it. You don't need to worry. What is the use effect? It is continuously call your data. Okay, so for that, what I will do here, I am passing as a string, but I want to. Okay, first what I will do, I will call a one use effect hook. From there, inside that, so we are calling a self calling function. So here we call a one data. So that data is a constant loader JSON is a variable. So here I want to pass a data. So how we are going to be pass a? So inside a open close brace, then I want to pass a what data. So what is the data? ID sorry, colon 1 and the name equals to Virat. Okay, so like that. So I want to create a 2 to 3 data. So Control C, comma Control V, comma Control V, comma Control V. So name ID 1, ID 2, ID 3, ID 4, 4. Okay, so here we have created. So Virat Sehwag, Sehwag, Sachin, and then Virat. Virat already is that right? Uh, so Chahal something like that. So what mistake I have done? So I need to enclose in the double quote or a single quote because it is a string variable, string JSON. Okay, so this is a number we don't need to use a what you can say code. Okay, so then we are calling one more thing. So here it is an empty string. So here I want to set. What is the set? Set the data of a node JSON. Save it. Okay. Okay. So now I want to show the data here. So if you want to see the CLZ console.log of data. See, I done a mistake, set a date, but here set a data is there. If you do mistake, it will throw error. Okay, so this one I need to list a render I am doing. So just I want to go here, run right. Yeah, in the 17 it is going to be printer load a JSON, so it is not printing. Okay, so what is the use effect hook? The use effect hook, it is continuously called. What is the calling? Means reload a page, it is happening. Okay, so here what happened? So we have yeah, I need to display the data right here. Okay, first we will complete program. Then I want to display inside a UL tag, and inside a UL tag I want to display the data. So what is the data? So data is here. Where it is, what data it is containing? Yeah, it's containing a set data. So we have done a mistake here. So I am storing a data, set data, but string variable. But I am setting a array variable. So that's why I need to change from string to the array. Save it, run it. See here, this data is printing. Okay, so that is I want to display in the browser. So how to display in the browser? Data dot map of. So I will take a data dot item. I will take a one item as an empty variable. Inside, I want to take a list item, and inside the list item, I want to pass the item dot name, and I want to pass the key equals to item dot id. Save it, run it. See here, Sachin Sehwag, Sachin Sehwag. So it is keep on calling. Okay, what is happening here? So here what this is we know. So we have created a component. Okay, so then we have created a one use state hook. Okay, so from the use state hook, the initial is data is an empty. So that why there is an empty array. So why we call array? So later we are going to be load this load JSON. What this JSON contains? JSON contains the a key pair names. Okay, so now in the after that we are going to be called the set data method. So set data method is from the use state. So we are going to be set the data. What is the data? Load JSON. What is the load JSON? So this whole data we are going to be set to here. Okay. Here set data load JSON console.log. So this is the console log. Just I will comment. So once it is calling set load set data, all the JSON data, whatever the JSON data is there, that is going to be set to the data. So from here data.map. So this data I am going to be dumped to in the variable item. So li item dot name means it is going to be print the item dot name. What is the item? The item is a .json. Dot name is this name. So that is a .json dot name is the first one is a Virat. So that is why it is going to be print a Virat and Seva. Okay, so just I will change it. One, save it, run it, we'll reload it. Okay, what is happening here? So just I want to. So it is calling the yeah. Save it. We'll go it. Control R. Okay, it is loading the data. So here it is what's happening. The use effect means what? See, whatever I'm doing a control R or something like that, it is reload, no? So it is going to be reload. Same thing, it is a use effect. It is calling a function. So means it is reloading a page. It is something like that reloading. How many times? So this is a one occurrence, zero occurrences means one empty array. So if you want to make something, what you can say, number of times, if you can make it as a one or two or something like that. So or else you can pass the a specific variable or object name. So that is we are going to be discussing the later. No worries. Simple. The use effect is a one more function as like a use state. So as I told, no worries. So use effect it is continuous calling. Use state is to define the variable. Just keep in mind. Okay. So initial data is an empty. So that is why. Then we are calling a use effect. Then we are calling a defined our variable. So that variable we want to display the load JSON, sorry, store into load JSON. So that load JSON we are going to be set to the set data, where we are setting to the data. Okay, so then a data dot map. So data dot map. So what is the data now? Initially it is an empty. When we call set data, then it is going to be stored this data. So data dot map item. So data, whatever the data now, so this is the data. So that data it is dumped to the item. So why we do map? We have a n number of items. So to iterate through the means we need to map. What is a map facility? So it is not taking the duplicate entry. So that is you. So then uh, data dot map. So data is now containing all the JSON. So that JSON is going to be dumped to item. So then item dot ID. So that is a one. And the item dot name. So that is the Virat. So this is how it is printing. Okay. So if I go here, if you run it, so it is running smoothly. So what is the use of this one? Key item ID. If I remove means save it or run it. See, it is throwing error. Each child is in the list should have a unique key. It is telling that every child is having a unique key, so that's why we need to add it here. So that is a what is a key equals to item dot id. So that is also unique. You cannot reduplicate here. So this is how to display the list. So where we are using this one in a sense. So everywhere if you open any something called a uh, Flipkart here. See here we are going to be load the data same thing that is a list data. Here also we are doing a list data of names. Here list data of items we are doing. So this is what for example mobile. So this is the something this list you want to show. So iPhone, Samsung, this list if you want to show means you are going to be called the data.map or anything map method and you have to load the data. Okay, so this is called a rendering a list. Uh, Method is applied. And one more thing, last conditional rendering we will see. So then we will close the session. Okay. So conditional rendering is a very important. So throughout your almost all we are using many times. Okay. So that is event binding is what list style and everything is happen. The next last one is a conditional rendering. What is a conditional rendering? Render means what? To display. What is the condition? The condition is a one thing. Okay, true or false, enter or not enter. So if it is something like that, if else place. Okay, for that I want to create one folder. Inside a folder conditional render. Inside a conditional render, conditional rendering dot js. So now I want to create a one React function. So for that, import React from. Okay, so this is I have imported a React now. It is a ReactJS5. So now the constant. What is this? So I will just change the name because conditional rendering dot JSX. Okay, so now the conditional, or else I will just right click and rename, copy, control V. So this is a my functional component, open close brace. So then I want to call a return. So then here it is a, I will call a one div h2 the conditional rendering. Okay, so just I want to close this one. I want to close this one too, and I will call a, I will just paste here conditional rendering here. So now I want to import a conditional rendering from /, import components from, what is the this one, conditional render. This is also I will change. Okay, folder name. So conditional render and again conditional render. So okay, it is importing components conditional rendering. What I will do, I will change a little bit condition render. That's it. Rename, Control C, Control V. Okay, because still it is a we need to define fully, right? So that's why. So here the constant, sorry, not a constant, function. So I have defined a conditional reading. Then we need to call the export or default this component. So I have exported this one. So just I need to run my program. So here it is running. So still it is throwing an error. Okay, save it. We'll close these two. We'll go here. Yeah, it is loading up with the conditional rendering. Okay, so now I want to show something. First, we'll create a one use state hook. So what is that use state hook? So the constant equals to use state bracket. So I will take a this is the use state. So is a log in, comma set is a logged in. Okay, is a logged in. So now what we are going to, we are going to be call a one conditional render. So conditional render means what? What is a conditional render? So there are two cases. If you have an ID card, you are allowed to be enter, or if you don't have an ID card, you are not allowed to enter. So here, what I will do, I want to create a one expression. Inside the expression is, so that is a is logged in. If it is logged in, the question mark. So then, what is this one? We will call a one method. So that is will be inside a paragraph. Welcome to user, or else if not a logged in. So what is the expression? So that is the expression is sorry. I will take please log into continue something like that. Okay, so this is the one conditional rendering. So it is throwing an error. So why it is error in sense? So I need to import use state from React. Okay, so this is the case one, and we got to know this is the one case and one more case. Save it. We'll go here. See, please log in to continue. Why? Because the initially, okay, I will set false. So please log in to continue. See, welcome user. What is happening here? If he is logged in is the true, means he is logged in. So this is a two condition is there. This is the question mark. So this is the first expression and this is the second expression. If it is the first expression, is logged in is true means execute this one. If it is logged in is false, execute to this one. So is logged in is what is the initial value true. So then execute this expression. What is this expression? Welcome to user. It means you are logged in. So then this is the expression. And is logged in equals to if it is a false. If I make a false, so it will check is logged in is true means so this block will be executed. Now is logged in is a false, then it will execute this line. Okay, please log in to continue. Why? Because so is logged in is a false. Okay, so now what I will do? Same thing. I will add a one button here. So this is a I will take a one button. So that button. So where I will add, I will just cut here and I will add here and button is there. Okay, so now we are calling the one button here. So that is a on click. So on click is an event. We know this one equals to open close flower bracket and the arrow function. So inside arrow function set is logged in. So this is the method I will call here. Set is logged in method I have called. If not, so not is logged in. Okay, so set is logged in. So then there are one expression I will call. So that expression is what is that one? Is logged in. If it is an is logged in colon sorry first is what question mark or else there is a one more expression. So if it is logged in means what I have to do? So I have to log out. If not a log, so this is the login. Okay, so on click is an event. Okay, first we will see the output. Then we'll see here. If I click here, it is changing the value. The first once it is loaded, what is the state of the use state? The is logged in state is a false. So here the message, the first is it is logged in is a false means then this block will be not executed, then it will executed. Please log in to continue. Why? Because when it is in a false, so this block will be executed, and when it is a true, so this block will be executed. So that is okay. So that is called the ternary operation. So that is related to displaying the expression. Then what about the login and logout? So I have created a on click event. Set is logged in equals to is not logged in. So not login means if it is a zero, it is going, sorry, if it is a false, it is going to be set a true. If it is a true, it is going to be set a false. So this is the condition. Set logged in is not equals to is logged in. If it is a true, it is going to be apply false. If it is a false, it is going to be apply a false. If is logged in is a true, if it is a logged in, then you have to log out. So that button here the logout will come. Once you clear, if is logged in state is a logged out one, so that is a true, then you have to log out. Or else if it is logged in is a false, then you have to make a login. See here. Now it is saying a login. How? So it is checking a is logged in. Is a true? No, it is a false. So then this log will be skipped. Then it is going to become here. That's why it is going to be show the login. If I click here, now is logged in state is a one. Sorry, true. That's why the logout button has to be come here. So that is why it is coming a logout. Okay, so this is called a conditional rendering. What is a conditional rendering? How it will works in the sense? So just I will give a brief example. You get to know. So conditional rendering, there are three phases will be there. This is check for the condition. Okay, and so it will check for the condition. Okay, if it is a true. Okay, so if it is a true, so execute this one, or else, okay, so just I will add here. So I will take a one more what is here from here. So ternary operation, here it will check the status. If is logged in is a true means come to the here. If it is logged in is a false, come to the here. So same thing. If you have a ID card, come or else not come. Same thing, ternary operation will be worked here. Okay. So what is the condition? The condition will be something. There is a expression and a question mark. Then execute. Execute one, or else two. So if it is an expression based on if it is an expression is true, then execute a one. If it is expression is false, execute a two. Got it? If you have an ID card, you are allowed to be enter, or else you are not allowed to be enter. Same thing, we are going to be set the is state is logged in. What is this one? Is logged in. It is a variable. What is the initial value? It is a false. So the first condition is logged in is what? So it is a false. So then it will not execute this expression. It will execute this expression. Okay, same thing button. When we click, what is the initial value of each state? So each state is now the false. So then this will be not executed. Then it will be executed login. Means it is going to be show the login. So same once I click the on click button, it is calling a set logged in. If it is a false means it is turning into a true. So now each state login is a what? True. So then this is the logout. See, if you go here, the initially login is there, and here please login to continue. What is the when is the please login to continue will be there when the use state is logged in is a false, then is logged in welcome to user. So this is how it is going to be displayed. Then when if I make it as a true, so I will make it as a from a true. So default will be logout will come. See here. If it all welcome user when has to become, so when you enter a login. If I just click here, Sorry. See here. By default, it is coming a welcome to user and the logout button because I have made a state true. If I make a state false, save it, run it. See, please log in to continue is there and log in. Once I click here, welcome to user, logout is there. Okay, so this is how it is a conditional rendering. Okay, fine. So I'm going to be stop this session. So if you